And speaking of tremendous talents, how about what Portland was able to do? I thought this draft was a really solid draft for the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, and Meyers Leonard, I think they got a potential impact player at the center position, but more impressively and importantly for me, Damian Lillard at the point guard position, representing the Bay Area from Weber State. This young man, I think potentially, not only was he projected to be the best point guard and the first point guard taken, but he has a chance to have a tremendous impact at the next level. He is a very efficient basketball player in terms of scoring it, great assist-to-turnover ratio, unselfish, and he really has I think the entire package from an offensive standpoint as a point guard in the professional ranks, Seth. This guy, I think, is going to be ready to step in from day one and really help revamp this Portland franchise.
Well, he's absolutely in the mold of what we now see as a prototypical NBA scoring point guard. He can play the high screen and roll. He can get other guys involved. He can go get his own shot. He can get to the rim. He's got good size on him. He can get above the rim. So he's a great addition. Everybody knew that he was the best point guard in college basketball. Everybody knew that he was the best point guard in this draft. I do have to question, and I'd like to be wrong here because I think Meyers Leonard is a terrific kid. But to pick Meyers Leonard ahead of a Tyler Zeller, even ahead of a guy like John Henson, those are guys who have accomplished more at the college level. Now, Meyers Leonard has a lot of potential. He was the biggest kid in Chicago when they measured him. He's great in the workout, so his stock really skyrocketed since the end of the college season. But he's less proven than those guys. Personally, I think that Zeller's a better NBA five-man, but Meyers Leonard certainly has that potential, and playing with Damian Lillard would help him.
Absolutely. And I like what they got in the second round, where you get a Will Barton, someone who many people have projected as a late first round, maybe even mid-first round pick. And so you have a tremendous talent there. So overall, and then also Tyshawn Taylor. And so I think that Portland had a very good draft. And you know, the Zeller, Meyers, that's one of those things. Time will play out. Time will tell. But he is a big body. He's a skilled, and I'm talking about Meyers now. He's a skilled person. I mean, Leonard, they can do a lot of different things.
Yeah, and that's a great point. And to me, I understand the pick because I do think that Leonard's ceiling's higher than Zeller's. The reality is Zeller's played 4 years, and you kind of see exactly what he's going to be. I do think that Leonard is a little bit more gifted athletically and has a chance to have a higher ceiling. I think that's what they were going for when they made that pick. But all in all, I think the Blazers served themselves quite nicely, guys, with what they did in this year's draft.
Yeah, I think Seth actually softened it. As I recall, the night before the draft, he said that any GM who takes Meyers Leonard over Tyler Zeller should have their head examined.
Was that me?
Wow.
I thought that was
So
Chris
Neil
O'Shea.
Neil O'Shea. He's going to have to go make it a psychiatrist.
It sounds like something I would say, I have to admit.
But Seth, I think when you start to look
at for Meyers Leonard, I promise you.
When you start to look at the NBA game, we also, like Greg said, we can see Tyler Zeller right now might be a better fit. But when you start talking about pairing him with LaMarcus Aldridge, I think Meyers Leonard is a better fit because he can run and athletically get out and play alongside LaMarcus Aldridge. I like them both, but I think the upside of Meyers Leonard is a little bit better than a Tyler Zeller. But Portland overall, unbelievable pick. Will Barton, I think, is going to be very good. Tyshawn Taylor is a great insurance policy for them. And the Lillard, that point guard, Damian Lillard, he can play basketball. Not only can he score the basketball, but he has great size and confidence going in and run the show for Portland Trail Blazers.
Meyers Leonard blew people away in Chicago.
Yes.
I did not think he could shoot the ball as well as he shot in Chicago. He had a great camp in Chicago. Obviously measures out very well. And again, running the floor for what Neil O'Shea, what he just came from with the Clippers, we just came from Lob City. That's the type of team he wants to put together in Portland, an athletic team that can get up and down the floor and finish at the rim and do those things. And Meyers Leonard's the kind of guy they think has that kind of upside. And they weren't the only ones, by the way, that thinks he has that kind of upside.
He's a great running big man. He can run the floor.
Yeah, and is he as mature as Tyler Zeller is right now? Of course not. Of course not. But long run, look, as Portland's rebuilding. This thing is a rebuild. This is not we're going to be back in the playoffs and win 50 games next year. They are totally rebuilding this team now with LaMarcus Aldridge as the feature part, but they got to put a lot of pieces around him.
Seth, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to kill you over there. I love the line from the previous show.
I had it coming. It's
I love
all right.
the line from the previous show.
I deserve that.
You know, one other point, too, guys. Remember this. Much like with Bradley Beal, Meyers Leonard didn't play with great guards. And that has a huge impact on how you look as a basketball player on the floor. Tyler Zeller played with as good a point guard, past first point guards there was in the country. So that makes you look even better at times. And so you got to be able to weigh that. And that's the opportunity that the front office types and these scouts and these coaches, they put a lot of time, effort, and energy into really analyzing these players and seeing what they could potentially end up becoming down the line. And so, again, that's why it's not a knock on Tyler Zeller. I think Tyler Zeller is going to play in the NBA for 12 or 15 years. But I think that Meyers Leonard potentially could be an all-star caliber center. I don't know that Tyler Zeller is in that same mode once he gets to the apex of his career.
I think I'm outnumbered on this one.
Stick to your guns.
Can I wave the white flag? Can I wave the white flag?